Then shift left click here and drag it here like so. Okay, V for the move to, and then 1 pixel is appearing too big, so let me just do 0.5, so 0.5. okay, so 1 pixel divided by 2, so it was splitted. Okay, all right, so splitted into halves. Have this, and then Command G or Control G to create a duplicate. Shift down arrow key to move it down like so. Okay, here for the direct select, left click and drag over just this point, shift, and then your right arrow key and then move it to the right hand side. This is okay. Let's release. Okay, all right. The first V for the move to, everything is going to go away to normal. Okay, all right. And then here, just click here, and then U for the shape to, right click and this time around select ellipse. Okay, Z for the shape, for the zoom to, and then zoom in. Okay, U once again for the shape to, shift and then left click and drag this like so. Okay, and release. Okay, you have the stroke, right? The stroke ellipse fill. I don't want the outline of the ellipse to be filled. I rather want the inside of the ellipse to be filled. So I have to disable the stroke and then activate the fill. Are you okay? All right. So I just come in here, disable the stroke, come in here and activate the fill. Then we have this. Okay, Command O to fit canvas, and now we have this. Select his name and change his name color to white. Okay, then you go to OK. Select his position and that one to be white. Okay, so let me bring it a bit down, not fully white, somewhere like so. Okay, so that we get sense of hierarchy. Okay, or better, so I can move it towards the blues a bit. Okay, so that we get that sense of hierarchy. Okay, in there. So have this, and then let's do some slight adjustments with this. Okay, so we will just press Command G or Control G to group it. Click inside or click on the vote test layer. Okay, and click on the click on the add layer icon to add the layer, and then G for the gradient to click on this color and then the foreground color, and then change it from what it currently is to black. Okay, all right, so let's see somewhere like so. So just left click and drag it to this particular point. You go to OK, G for the gradient to, and left click and drag it whole shape to constrain the application on the straight line to somewhere here, release. Okay, they're initially going to give you something like this. It's okay, this is also a nice effect, but this is not what I want to achieve now. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I would first hold Command or Control on Windows and left click on the test icon. Okay, for the votes. Okay, then left click and I'll get a selection around the test. Okay, so I'm just going to apply the selection to the group. Okay, so that everything inside the group falls within that particular selection. So anything outside that selection would not be visible, but anything inside the selection will be visible because of the masking. Okay, all right, so I'll just add the layer mask and just like that. Okay, so once again I would hold Command or Control on Windows and click on the vote. Okay, and I'll once again get the selection back, and I'll come to select, modify and contract. Now I'll use 5 pixels. Now go to OK, and I'm just going to select the gradient application over there. Okay, and I'm just going to click on add layer mask to add the layer mask, and I have something like this. Okay, I think it is too intense, so let me just undo. Okay, and once again with the selection activated, I'm just going to go to select, okay, modify, contract, and this time around I'm going to go in for a smaller value. Okay, all right, so let's see 3 pixels, and I'm just going to go to OK, and then I'll select this layer and I would add a mask, and this is fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reduce the opacity. So I'll just select this and I'll reduce the opacity a bit. Okay, like so. Okay, and I'll come on top. Okay, I'll come on this layer, or I'll click on this layer, create a new layer here like so, okay, and drag the layer underneath it. Are we okay? All right. And then with that layer selected, I'll just press Command Option G or Control Alt G on Windows to clip mask it on the group layer. Okay. All right. So aim for the marquee to right click, double click here, and then select white. Okay. Left click and drag to white. Go to OK. And make sure that you have elliptical marquee to selected. Okay. So right click on this and then select this, and then Shift, left click and drag. You get the perfect ellipse. Release, Shift, and then get a distorted one. Release, and then Option Delete, or let's say Alt Backspace on Windows, okay, to apply your foreground color. Okay. All right. And Command D, and then you get something like this, and then just reduce the opacity slightly. Okay, to something like this. Okay, then move it up a bit. Okay, are we good? All right. So like this, and then let's select the text compress, then Command J, and then move it up here. Okay, Command T like so, and type Dave, okay, is king. Okay, Command A or Control A to select everything. Click here and select Nexa. Okay, so Nexa bold. Click here to get an expanded version of the type properties, okay, and reduce and then increase the kerning or word spacing. Okay, all right, or letter spacing. Yeah, letter spacing. And then so left click and drag it up here like so. Okay, and then Command and then move it up. Your Control press, then move it here. Okay, and drag it underneath the subject. Okay, all right. So with the subject to, you are going to first add the gradient map. So you click here and then go to gradient map adjustment. Okay, and then Command Alt G to clip mask it on just our image layer. Okay, it looks weird, but don't worry, we are going to fix it. Okay, all right. So just double click here, click here. Okay, click here and then drag over to black. Okay, click here, and then drag over to white. Okay, go to OK, click here and drag it a bit forward. Okay, click here and drag it a bit forward. Okay, so you just left click and drag, okay, to somewhere here, and then you go to OK. Change blending mode to soft lights. Okay, click on the image and then go to image adjustment, shadows and highlight. Okay, get to something like so. Okay, let me add a little bit of the tone. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, are you good? All right, and then you create a new layer. Okay, and it is already clipped. So what you are going to do is drag it on top of the gradient map. Okay, and G for the gradient. To click here, change the foreground color to black. You just left click and drag it to black. Go to OK. Are you good? All right. And then G for the gradient. To shift left click and drag upwards like so. Okay, to get this. Okay, V for the move to, and then reduce the fill, something like so. Okay, all right. So let's add some texture to our background. Click on this particular layer, create a new layer on top of it, and then let's bring in our background pattern. Okay, supposed to be black and white, but I didn't get what I want in black and white, so fortunately I got the colored version, so I'm still going to find a way to make it a bit okay. Are we good? All right, so here is it. I just drag it inwards, okay, like so, and you come to select and then color range, click on the blacks. You get something like this immediately after clicking on it. Okay, and then you go to OK, like so. So you see that our selection is what? Active. Okay, so all that you have to do is to click on the layer mask icon. Okay, and then you can proceed. Okay, all right. So we click on the layer mask icon to add a mask to mask out the red regions, and then we are going to right click and apply it. Okay, all right. We can keep it, but I don't need it, so I'm just going to simply apply it. Okay, all right. So just move it here. to where we are working. Go to OK, Command T, okay, or Control T on Windows, Option or Alt press down, left click and drag to get uniform scale, and then move it here like so, okay. Left click and drag, move it down here like so, okay. Enter, move it here, G for the move to, and then reposition with the arrow key. Are you good? Alright, so just double click on this, then you change the color to white, okay. You go to OK, let me rasterize, and then reduce the fill to somewhere like so, somewhere like so. All right, are we good? All right, you get something like this, and let's see. Okay, so Dave is Ken for sure, and then okay, is Dave for sure. So let's do some stuff. So Dave is Ken for sure here, okay, and then just move it here, and then you just click here, and then reduce the kerning, okay, and increase the font size, okay, reduce the kerning, okay, and then make it 5, okay, somewhere here, okay, get it. Increase the, just Control T and increase the font size a bit somewhere here. So just left click and drag to increase the font size, okay. All right, and just reposition like so, okay, and create a duplicate with Command J or Control J and move it here, okay. Command return or Control Enter on Windows to make text editable and edit it, okay. So hashtag, okay, is Dave for sure, okay. Command A, and then reduce the line spacing, okay. You just press 0, okay, and then just, okay, have it like so. You come in here, okay, so the sure is, I just double click and let me make here for sure, okay. And then Command E to select everything, select Mesa black, and then like so, just increase the kerning slightly, okay. All right, so just increase the kerning slightly, okay, somewhere here. Have something like this, and yeah, pretty simple. Yeah, so here just going to make it integral, okay. So integral, italic, okay, like so. Shift add the box to it, then move it here like so, okay. Select this and reposition like so. Select his name, move the bear upwards, okay, like so, okay. Pretty simple. Select the S, shift add these and move it down, okay guys. So yeah, so I'm just going to add a little bit of noise. So just come in here, Command Shift N or Control Shift N on Windows to create a new layer, okay. Then you get a chance to make a noise, and then any color doesn't matter. What matters is the blending mode. So overlay, fill is neutral 50, okay, you're good. And then you go to filter, noise, add noise, so subtle 5, okay, very subtle noise. You see that? I'm just going to go to OK, and then Control Shift Alt E or Command Shift Option E on Mac, and then you get a screenshot, and then filter, sharpen on sharp mask, okay, that value is fine, 28 or so, and then somewhere like this. So yeah, yeah, so Thank you very much for sticking around. And don't forget, don't forget, we are on our road to 1K subscribers. So keep subscribing, keep sharing for your friends to also benefit, keep liking to keep the channel growing. Thank you for your time. It's your boy Inferno here. Have an exciting week. Peace out.